Afternoon, children. This is accountancy, accounts from incomplete records, part 11. As we already know that in incomplete records, we will maintain only the cash, personal, creditors, customers alone, customers account alone. So what are things they will not record? Real and nominal accounts are not maintained in the books of accounts in case of incomplete records. Then how can we find out the final accounts from incomplete records? Whatever the organization may be, they should maintain the accounts and they have to come to a conclusion of accounts of final accounts. Without this final accounts, we cannot be able to find out what is the real position of the business. So that's why we need to prepare in case of incomplete record also we need to prepare the final accounts. How can we find out this incomplete records in case of incomplete records in case of final accounts? So there are some steps to be followed. Based on the missing informations, we can find out the missing information and we can find out the final accounts. So how we can find out? In previous classes we have studied statement of affairs method. This method is called as a conversion method. Statement of affairs method, what do you mean by statement of affairs? It resembles like a balance sheet. On a particular date we will prepare in order to find out the capital. Opening date, if we find out, if we calculate means there is opening capital. Closing date, at the end of the year if we calculate statement of affairs means that is closing capital we know. So that based on that we have to do the remaining accounts in order to find out the final accounts. So what are the accounts we have to prepare? So first step we have to prepare the opening statement of affairs in order to find out the opening capital. So second thing we have to find out the cash book. We have to do the cash book. Why we need to prepare cash book? In order to find out the cash purchases and cash sales. Then third thing we have to prepare the total debtors account and total creditors account. So why we need to prepare total debtors account? In order to find out the credit sales. Creditors accounts, why we are finding out? In order to find out the credit purchases. And additionally we have to prepare the bills receivable account and bills payable account in order to find out the balances of the bills receivable and balances of the bills payable. There is a connection between total debtors and bills receivable. There is a connection between total creditors and bills payable. That's why we are preparing the bills receivable account and bills payable account in order to find out the balances of the account. Okay. So these are things we have to find out. In today's class, we are going to discuss the format of the total creditors account. So this is the format of the total creditors account. Let us discuss one by one. So before going to study what is creditors account, the format, you should know who is a creditor. So creditor is a person, one who gives benefit without receiving money or money's worth immediately. But in future, definitely they will receive the money. Okay. So creditor is a person, one who gives benefit without receiving the money or money's worth immediately. But in future, we will receive. Imagine this. All children, I hope you remember always we should see the accounting transaction from the business point of view. So here see the first transaction. Purchases from Raju on credit for rupees 10,000. Who made purchases here? We. We in the sense business purchases from Raju on credit for 10,000 rupees. What entry you will make? Purchases account debtor to Raju. Here Raju is one of the creditor. So if you are maintaining Raju account, Ravi account, Raghu account, so each creditor, if you are making one account, means it is difficult to find out what is the balance at the end of the period. So what we have to do, we have to make it as a whole thing in a one account called total debtors account, or we can say sundry creditors account. Okay, sundry means many. So here you think what is the entry you will make? Purchases from Raju on credit means, so purchases account debtor to Raju you will write. So creditors account we are opening. So this purchases is in the debit balance. So how will you make? You will write in the ledger. This purchases will appear in the credit side of the Raju account. Okay. So here Raju account means creditor account. Can you understand what I am telling? So as like just like a journal, and we have to take to the ledger. So purchases account debtor to Raju means here creditor is Raju. So Raju account we will not write Raju. So another account, what is account? Purchases account. Purchases account is it is in debit. So we have to write in the credit. Okay. So purchases, by purchases we have written. Come to the next one. Cash paid to Raju. So we are purchased on credit. Now we are paying cash to Raju. 2000 rupees we are paying. So how will you write entry? Raju account debtor to cash. This is entry. Okay. So Raju, here Raju is a creditor. So another account, what is the account? To cash. This cash we have to write in the, it is in credit side, so that we have to write in the debit side of the creditor's account. Can you understand? So to cash paid 2000 we will write. So this and all you already studied, just I am recapping. Okay, posting, journal and all, everything you know already. Okay, so next thing, what is given? Check paid to Raju. It is not necessary I should always pay in cash. So what I did here is I made some payment of rupees 1000 rupees as a check. So if I pay the check means what entry I will make? Raju account debtor to bank. So here Raju is a creditor. Okay. So Raju account debtor to bank. So creditor's account in Raju's account, what you will write? So to bank is in the credit. So we have to write in the debit side of the creditor's account. So to bank, that is check paid I have written. Okay, in case if the check is dishonored, what I made, my check is dishonored means reverse entry we will make. So what is the reverse entry? Bank account debtor to Raju account. So Raju is a, children, again and again I am telling, Raju is a creditor. Okay. So creditor's account only we are writing. So bank, it is in the debit side. So what we will do? Dishonored means reverse entry we will make. Okay. So bank account is in debit side means dishonored means we will write in the credit side. Okay. Shall we pass on to the next one? So purchases returns to Raju 10,000. It is not necessary what I have purchased, I should keep it remain. So if there is any default, what I will do? I will return what I purchased, I will return to Raju. Okay, so purchase debit balance, purchase returns is credit balance. You already all you know this one. Okay, so purchases returns account. So Raju account debtor to purchases returns account. This Raju account is a creditor account. So purchase returns, it's another account. It is in credit, so that we have to write in the debit side of the creditor's account. So to purchases return. So since it is a creditor is a liability, that's why we need to write in the opening balance in the liabilities, sorry, credit side. Okay, so by balance brought down, it is opening balance of the creditors. Okay, opening balance of the creditors, it is in credit side means opposite side we will write the closing balance. So to balance carried down, that is the closing balance of the creditors account. So next one, purchases from Ram on credit for 2000 and paid rupees 1800. So what entry you will make? We purchased from Ram on credit for rupees 2000, but we paid only 1800. So what is the meaning here? We received discount of 200. Okay, so what entry you will write? This is compound journal entry. I hope you remember. So compound journal entry, what you will write? So Ram account debtor 2000 to cash. We paid only 1800. So 200 is discount received. So discount received in a creditor's account, what you will write? So Ram is a creditor. Okay. So creditor means another account. What is the account? So to discount received is in the credit side. So where we have to write? We have to post in the debit side of the creditor's account. That is Ram account. So to discount received. So this is 200 we will write here. Can you understand? Once again we will recap this bills payable and accepted and discounted, that we will discuss while we are discussing the bills payable account. Okay, remaining all the things we discussed. Once again I will tell you what it is. So creditors account opening balance we will write in the credit side. Why? Because it is a liability, that's why we are writing in the opening balance in the credit side. Opening balance, if you are writing, opposite side we will write closing. So to balance carried out, this is the closing balance of the creditors account. So let us discuss one by one. So purchases from Raju on credit. So credit purchases means what entry you will make. Purchases account debtor to Raju account you will write. Raju is the creditor. So credit in creditors account we will not write Raju account. So another account is purchases account. It is in debit side. That's why we are writing in the credit side by purchases. Okay. Then next entry cash paid to Raju. So what entry will make Raju account debtor to cash. So Raju is a creditor. So to cash is another account. To cash it is in credit side. That's why we are writing in the debit side of the creditors account. Next thing check paid to Raju 1000 rupees. If we pay check means Raju account debtor to bank we will write. So Raju account is a creditor. So to bank is the another account. To bank it is in credit. So that's why we are writing in the debit side of the creditors account. Check dishonor means reverse entry. So bank account debtor to Raju account. So Raju account is a creditor. So here bank is in debit side. That's why we are writing in the credit side of the creditors account by bank. Check dishonored. Purchased returns to Raju. So purchase returns to Raju means what entry we will make Raju account debtor to purchase returns. So Raju account is a creditor account. Another account is to purchases. To purchase returns account, it is in the credit side. That's why we are writing in the debit side of the creditors account to purchases returns. Then last one, purchase from Ram on credit 2000 and paid rupees 1800. So since we purchased for 2000 but we paid only 1200 means that 2800 means the 200 is discount received. So discount received is in credit side. That's why we are writing the discount received 200 in the debit side of the creditors account. I hope this alone bills payable alone I will explain while we discuss the bills payable account. That it will be easy to you to understand. That's why. Okay, thank you children.